Welcome back to Pearl Media, where truth meets perspective. Today, we're diving into another classic Kevin Samuels moment. Let's get into it.
She don't even understand what's wrong with what she said. She don't even understand what's wrong with what she said. That's why I'm like, I'll let you. Hello?
Yes, hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Kevin? Thank you for accepting me.
Cool. How old are you?
I'm 29.
29. Okay, we're talking about trust. But what do you got? What are you talking about?
Well, I actually did have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So you always say, like, when you want, like, a high value man, like, do these things, do certain things, for yourself. And I just kind of, like, would like a suggestion from you. Like, what do you suggest women do that are working on themselves, that are trustworthy, and, feel like they're
You have
ready
any
for
kids?
something? I do. I have one.
Where's his father?
His father actually passed away.
Sorry to hear that. Were you guys married?
No, we weren't married.
How old is your child?
He is 7. He's almost 8.
All right. Why high value?
Well, I feel like the guys that I guess, been attracted to, or that I've attracted, just don't really, like, have a lot going for themselves.
What do you mean?
Well,
First off, did you go to college?
yes.
Did you finish?
Yes.
What's your degree in?
Marketing management. And
Yeah.
I'm actually finishing a little bit more, a bachelor's degree as well. But right now I have a marketing management degree.
So you think because the guys you've been attracting aren't doing what? Because they're not high value, so they're not good enough? Or they're not?
Well, I guess what I'm trying to ask is, like, for someone like me who's really trying to work on themselves, that wants to attract a high value man, like, what do you suggest I do?
But I want to know why you want to attract them.
Well,
You got to be honest with me. You got to tell me why you want to attract them. Do you want a high value man, or do you want a high value lifestyle?
Okay, I guess, could you define a little bit of both?
Yeah, a high value lifestyle means you get to drive probably a nice foreign car, live in a nice house, a nice public school, even a private school. You know what this means. A man's making over 6 figures, can afford. You have the option to be able to work from home, be a stay-at-home mom, these kind of things. That's the lifestyle.
Okay, that does sound great.
But it comes with restrictions.
Okay, so what do you think those would be?
First off, you got to be what he wants, and generally they don't want kids.
Okay.
They don't generally want anybody else's kids. These guys had to become something, and they generally want to start their own families.
Okay, so knowing that now, what do you suggest, I guess personally, like for me, what do you suggest I would do then? Do you
But I don't know why settle. I don't like when women say settle.
Okay.
Because that implies that you're at a higher level. You're a baby mama.
Okay.
So you didn't graduate from NYU, right?
No.
All right. So why would you be settling as a single mother?
Okay, so you're just saying that person just on the same level as what
Well, yeah. What level would you? How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Dress size.
Like a 4'6".
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
A 145.
Okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, you can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? Fresh face out of this hour. Just right here.
An 8. I think. No.
I would give you a 6, adjustable 6. Cute to pretty.
Okay.
So it's not bad, but it's above. But it's above average, but it's not way up here. But the problem is you got a kid.
Okay.
And a kid costs you at least 1 point.
Okay.
So you live in what city or what state? Anyway?
At Washington.
Washington. All right. So you have a marketing bachelor's, or you're working towards a bachelor's?
I have an AA in marketing management. And
so you have an associate.
Correct.
So you have a 2-year degree.
Correct.
You're working towards a bachelor's in marketing, which, middle income. So let me ask you a hard question. If you were an average looking woman and a dress size 10, would you be asking the same questions? Would you be asking for the same kind of man?
I wouldn't. I'm not trying to judge someone off their dress size, but I mean, is that what all the guys?
I'm saying, what I'm asking is, if you say you're an 8, okay,
Okay.
but if you were a 5,
Okay.
and you were not a dress size 4, you were a dress size 8, 10, 12,
Okay.
would you still then be saying, I want a high value man?
I guess probably not.
No. So you're asking for a man based upon how you perceive your image to be, which is fine. But men look at women and say, all right, she may have the look that I want, but there is another man's child there.
Okay.
And that is a concern, a big one.
Okay.
So you're saying, well, how do I attract this man? And I'm hearing that you want to attract this man because you want the outcomes associated with his lifestyle. But what is he going to get from being with you? What are you bringing to the table?
I mean, I guess that has a part of it too, but another
What is it,
part
though?
of another part of it would be, as long as you get along with that person, you understand, what they're asking for, and
all right. Let's say he has everything you want and more. What is he going to get from you?
I guess it would depend on what he would want from me.
Do you want any more children?
I would want to be married.
Do you want to have any more children?
I don't think so. No.
All right. So right there, I want you to understand.
Okay.
A man who has to put himself in the top 10%, top 5%, top 3%, top 1%, automatically he has to go raise another man's child, and he does not even get his own biological child.
Okay.
That's a bad deal.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It's all about you and what you want. This is part of this high value thing. It's made women say, "Oh, I want that lifestyle, but I'm not even willing to give the bare minimum." So let's ask this question. You're 29 with an 8-year-old,
Okay.
and you don't want any more kids. There's a 26-year-old, no child, and she wants 3 children, and she was raised to be a housewife. Why should he skip over her to get you?
Okay. I see what you're saying.
But why should he?
I mean, does it not come down to a little bit of personality or a little bit of how you connect with somebody?
No, because
One's more submissive than the other.
Personality doesn't mean shit if he can't get. Men want legacy.
Okay.
You want an unfair deal, man. You want a man to be a stepfather.
Okay, well, let me retract a little bit of my statement on having another child. I think that if,
No, man, I'm gonna leave it where it was because that's the truth.
Okay.
I read your body language. You don't want another kid.
Well,
it's
I have
hard
to think about it. Like, if I would be married and I was, it was a good situation, I would love to, but I don't. It depends on how old I am as well. If I'm met my
all right, but the thing is, you're competing with the women around that man.
Okay.
And see, you can easily understand how to filter out people who are unacceptable based upon the men you say who are unacceptable to you. You say the men I've been dating are not acceptable to me. True or false?
True.
Then the men above you can also say which women are not acceptable to them. They want women who are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless. You have a child. Then they want to have their own kids. You don't want to have any more kids. And if you do, at best you may get one. But he still has to raise that kid.
Right. Okay.
So my question is, as a woman with an average degree, with a child, why can't you just get an average man? What's wrong with what's been going on with average men?
I guess, there's nothing wrong with an average guy. I guess I'm not really. Maybe I've been not around the right people, I guess, not exposing myself to the right things, the right people.
What do you mean?
I don't know, maybe just like certain red flags that I'll see. A lot of the times I'll let them slide, and then later I'll just go, ugh, like I shouldn't have done that in the first place. I was just totally wasting my time with this person.
What do you mean, dating?
Right, with dating. That's what I mean.
Where are you meeting these people?
Like mutual friends, or like the last guy I went on a date with, like I met him at a wedding.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just tell you, just like I tell all ladies, you all can define it or put your finger on what it is you want. But you need to spend 10 times more defining what a man's going to get.
Okay.
Because here's the reality: cute, pretty, attractive women are common. High value men are not.
Okay.
And that's the reality. So, and I want you to understand that you're supposed to be the cute one of the group, not him. An average man earning average income should be just fine for a woman with a child from another man. That really should be a win. But so when you say settle, I need you to hear what the men are hearing. They're like, oh, wait a minute. I got to take on somebody else's kid. You settling for me, and I'm a blue collar guy, or I'm a guy who's a white collar guy making middle income.
Okay.
No man wants to be settled for.
Okay. Thank you for that.
All right, take it easy.
Okay. Thank you. You too.
Man, this right here is classic story. She's 29 years old, single mom with a kid, and she's out here saying the men she's attracted to don't really have much going on for themselves, yet at the same time, she wants a high value man. Do you see the contradiction? The type of men she chooses are beneath the standard she says she wants. That's not by accident. That's a reflection of where she's at. Now let's talk about the rating. She put herself at an 8. An 8? Come on now. An 8 means you are sitting up there with women who have model tier beauty, fitness dialed in, youth on their side, no kids, no baggage, and a whole line of men waiting at the door. But here's the reality. Once you're pushing 30 with a child, you don't get to just rank yourself based on how you feel. The marketplace does the ranking. This is the part a lot of women don't want to hear. You can't say you want a man of a certain caliber, but your choices, your lifestyle, and your track record point in the opposite direction. High value men are not lining up for single mothers who've shown they're attracted to men with nothing going on. That's the cold truth. And here's the real kicker. It's not that she can't get a man, she can get attention. She can get guys to hang around, have fun, maybe even string something along. But attention is not the same as commitment. A high value man, the kind she claims she wants, is going to look at her resume. 29, one child, history of poor choices in men, and he's going to disqualify her for long-term investment. This is why Kevin's message is so important. Women have been told to rank themselves high, chase feelings, and live in a fantasy world instead of facing the numbers. But life has a way of humbling you when you keep ignoring the facts. If she doesn't get serious, stop being delusional about her rating, and start aligning with reality, she's going to wake up 5, 10 years down the line, still talking about what she deserves instead of facing what she qualifies for. And the saddest part, her kid is watching. That child is looking up to her and learning what relationships look like through her example. And right now, the example being set is not one of standards and structure. It's one of confusion and misplaced priorities. So my reaction is simple. Stop rating yourself an 8 when the marketplace says otherwise. Stop chasing low value men while demanding high value results, and start making decisions that actually reflect the future you say you want. Otherwise, it's just more wasted years and more disappointment.